social. You know where you at. You know who it is. Jumping on another topic to talk to you today about what's in the news. How does it hurt the everyday man? It's always good to be informed, always get an opinion, always get a discussion going so you can figure out how to apply to your daily life. Make sure you hit that like below, follow us, notify us, make it happen. There's only one subject I can really talk about right now. Of course, that is the stock war, the trading war on Wall Street going on right now. The everyday retail traders, everyday man, everyday woman, like you and me, against the big, huge hedge funds managers that handle billions of dollars worth of cash, equity, loan investments from several different bigger corporations. They floated onto the stock market and, of course, are able to get a return for their customers to some degree or another. If anybody doesn't know the backstory, real quick, it is a group of retail investors that were on a special Reddit group, I think it's called Wall Street Bets, decided to band together and buy against the hedge funds that were shorting specific stocks. Now, shorting just means that the hedge fund was betting the stock to go lower. It's going to decrease. And definitely it was valid picks, places like Gamestop, AMC, all businesses that are losing. But because they wanted to stick it to them, they went and actually bought long, which means they bought to see the price raised. And when you raise it, it of course goes against the actual hedge funds that are saying that it's going to go lower. So it was a catastrophic losses. A couple hedge fund managers actually said when they were talking about their losses. So it really stuck into them. Me as a retail trader myself, I'm an intermediate level retail trader. I can't help but be happy about it. It's showing a grand loophole, a grand kind of sideways swing towards equaling the playing field when it comes down to this transfer of wealth. We can always say the term, but at the same time, if we're not realistically making the actions happen, it can hurt us. My only, I would say, warning is just make absolutely sure that if you are doing it as a novice or you're doing it just for this little one-off, that you're doing what really needs to be done to cover your base. Because, of course, me as a retail trader, I looked at it and I'm seeing a lot of sell-offs. I'm seeing now we're the ones probably, I think, shorting, the stock because it's going down or whatnot. So just be careful. When I looked this morning, it was at 350. I don't know if it stayed. To be honest with you, it went all the way down to 125 and now it went back up to 350. So who knows? Like it was said, or the term that's being used, holding the line, which means don't sell your shares, is what the group is saying to their constituency. It might stay up. I made a previous video I didn't publish for that reason. I looked and I said, wow, this is going to be a problem. I think they're going to sell it off. But then I woke up today and I saw the price point and it went back up. Who knows? The plan might stay firm. So we don't know. We can't tell. But I would say still just be careful. Retail traders, the members of the group, like I said, I think it's called Wall Street Bets. They're saying, hey, don't follow the herd. Don't be a victim. Yet here they are doing the exact thing to some degree. Don't manipulate the market, hedge funds. And here they are manipulating the market. So, just be careful. I understand you got to make moves and be strong. And sometimes you got to make bold attempts and bold efforts. But just be careful. But that's actually not even the reason I actually wanted to drop this video. Why I wanted to drop this video was this assault on Wall Street is, I think, a paramount testification of why you should really be paying attention to crypto and cryptocurrency and the movement is making. If you haven't seen the video I made earlier, specifically about crypto, go into a little more detail of not only what it is, but the effectiveness of it, what's going to be the future of it, and what it's going to transpire to be. As a matter of fact, go ahead and look at the video real quick. Let me show you a couple of clips. The bottom line is, they said this is an actual currency we could use. Said, hey, we can take some of the code here and attach this and form our own monetary infrastructure in there, such as Amazon. I can be my own Amazon, because the biggest thing we need with Amazon, you know, the exposure is great, but they have a way to actually, of course, process our transactions and then give us some money after they get their fee. And that is a value, just like gold or silver would be. Those are actual values that you can take, you can actually use as a utility to make something or create something. All it is. So cryptocurrency is now just a digital, another one. You have dollars, you have the yuan, you have the pounds for England. Now you have digital currency. All right, hope that answer some questions, but the thing that reminded me when I was saying it, I kind of went over and saw that I said it, is wow, this is confirming a lot of the notions I was making about trying to move crypto. The base reason why crypto got so big, or even the reason Satoshi brought it up, was a effort to bring equalization to the markets. Exactly what has happened with this assault on Wall Street hedge funds. The 1% doesn't get bigger. We equal the playing field, and the gap comes so much closer. That was always the reason for it. That's always the attempt for it. Now, when it shows how it can be used and how it can be manipulated if we come all at once, this emphasizes what I've said about crypto. You can now equal the playing field if you have cryptocurrency. You can, in essence, be your own bank. You can fund things the way you want to fund it. You can start your own business without a third-party manager. You know, everything that's going on when you now own your own money, and especially if they can find a more conventional way of pushing it out, it's going to help you a lot. It's going to help out that transfer of wealth you're consistently talking about, or at least, you know, narrowing that gap, so we don't have to live, envying the upper rich and the people who have manipulated the markets and the people who have, taken full advantage of any kind of loopholes or side policies or back deals that are being made. All because they have money, so they can do it. So we're trying to get away from that, and that's why it is what it is. It is where it is, and I'm happy about it. But to go back to that conversation or discussion about crypto, it's why it needs to be on your radar, why it needs to be something you are paying attention to, because if you can realistically have that foundation of money that is going to be used, that's the same almost way before they actually started making the dollar, before they started distributing it and talking about these are the currencies that we will use for representational trading among everything that you want to do in life. Imagine if you were part of that group that said, hey, this is the currency we're going to use. This is what we're going to distribute to people. We're going to make sure that's centralized by the government. But now with cryptocurrency, you are the government. Or sorry, more specifically, you are the Federal Reserve. You are the Treasury, because you're the one owning the currency that will be used into the future. And if you're owning it and it increases or goes over the top in value, now you can start loaning it out. Now you can start different companies for yourself and hedge it yourself. You can start your own hedge fund, maybe. There's so many different ways to use that to your full advantage. You become now that 1%. But I would get on now. That's the main thing. I would get on now. Use this example, follow this example with the stock trading, the stock battle that's going on right now as a method to see what are the advantages of using crypto, how you can use that cross and possibilities to get that redistribution of wealth, because that's what it is. It's a reset. It's a redistribution of wealth. Hey, we're going to start over and give the people the money, the utility, the ammunition to kind of govern themselves, create their own economies, and bridge it up, rather than it being a trickle-down economics with no matter what government you have has been
in 800 feet, turn right onto South 37th Street.
Practice of how this economy in the U.S. is ran. So you want to make absolutely sure you're doing the right thing when it comes down to the correct investments you can make. And like I said many times before, my outlook of what cryptocurrency is making absolutely sure that the everyday man has access or is accessing and attaining the means of the future currency for trading, for usage, for purchasing, all those kind of things. So I think it's very important. So just make sure you look at this example, analyze it, watch it, see it, and I think crypto is something you need to pay attention to. So any which way, until next time, Side But Social. Check me out. Click that bottom. See you next time. Take care.